razor burn, no nicks, no more hair. Legs are smooth but still fat over my skin. I reach for my razor, triple-bladed and critically sharp. Right ankle, left ankle, white flesh and red polka dots. Stings. Behind right knee, left knee, blood pumps. Check it out. Oh my God! Can we stop it? Who really cares? The drain runs red. Love, usually thought of as warm, happy, and whole,
Which it can be.
but not always.
Would you say that love can make one cold, miserable, and broken? There are many forms of love. Love for your sibling, love for your spouse, and love for your children.
In this book of poetry, we witness two identical twins, Kaylee
and Rhiannon.
take on the negative effects of when these broken forms of love intertwine. Identical by Ellen Hopkins.
I want drugs, liquor, fun. Not like there's a lot of that where I come from. More drugs, better drugs. Maybe it's time to graduate from pot hash and pills to something stronger. I wonder what heroin feels like. I hear it drops you down, way down where pain can't find you. Tonight, Kaylee and I luck the bitter perfume of bourbon smacks me as I stumble in. It makes me thirsty. It's late, but it's never too late for one last shot. I tiptoe past Daddy's surrender. He's the wild turkey phantom. Can't really blame him for choosing redemption in a bottle. 2 bottles, actually. One holds 750 milliliters of amber red liquid. And the other is small enough to fit in a pocket. Daddy has been sentenced to pain abatement a la Oxycontin. The accident was 8 years ago, but Daddy's doctor keeps refilling like he doesn't know about Daddy's dance with the devil. Truth is, I borrow a little Oxy every now and then, not often though. It's expensive. Daddy would miss it, even if his dimwit doctor didn't. It makes you feel like how you feel when you fall in a dream, only you don't wake up. You just keep falling and falling deeper and deeper into the darkest recesses of sleep. Especially when you help it out with a nip or two of wild turkey. I help myself to one small green pill, just one, just enough for a total free fall without a parachute.
I've come to appreciate good red wine, and Mom allows it with dinner sometimes, and once in a while she'll allow it after dinner. May I have some more too? She slides the bottle across the table and I fill my glass to the brim. Mom and I sip in silence for a while, but then eventually the building buzz opens up my mouth. Do you miss us when you're gone? And now you might think yes would pop out from between her lips, quick as a jack-in-the-box wound tight, but no way. And instead, she tilts her head slightly, as if to tip the right answer into her mouth. And suddenly, she doesn't look like a politician anymore. And she folds up small, a woman twice her age beneath the burdens she will forever carry. I am getting drunk with my mother, and neither of us can think of a thing to say. Was Daddy abused?
There are all kinds of abuse. I better get to bed.
Yeah. Me too, Mom. I love you.
Love you too. Are you alright?
Anger flares, and I want to shout like you suddenly. Karen, I want to cry, save me! And something acidy rises in my throat, because if I say those things and more, then what? But she has already closed herself off again, and she is snapped shut like a heavy door. No, I say simply, and turn to see her choke back a sob.
It's bone chilling here. These men and nothing can bother me. Not quilt, not whiskey, not even opiate. I am frozen solidly in place just like I was that night. The first night Daddy came. It was a year or two after the accident. Kaylee and I were 9, give or take. Mom had just gone in for another round of surgery. She was already lost to us. Lost. Long gone. I barely remember how her kisses felt. They rode away on the back of that semi and how we hungered for them. Daddy smelled of wild turkey. Each night we knew he drank more and more, but that night he had drunk just enough.
Kaylee, girl.
His voice was a soft hiss.
Are you awake? Please talk to me, Daddy is so lonely.
I've never heard him sound like that before. Like a stranger. Like a drunk, slurring stranger. Where was my daddy? Kaylee, all sweetness, just wanted to comfort Daddy, who drew into his lap, turkey all over her until they fell asleep, woven together. I stood by and watched father love turn to lust, woven,
Knitted together,
threaded by pain,
sharpened needles.
that one innocent.
Jordan was only the beginning, but neither realized
The night and all
all I could do was linger
in a dark corner,
sharp traps of envy.
tearing my eyes.
My inner child is sobbing, and she's crying for her mother to just please come home and stay. But she is already leaving, well before dawn, as if to spend any more time here might chip her thin veneer. And her footsteps fall subtly in the hallway, trailed by Daddy's heavy tread, and garbled entreaty not to go. And the front door shuts unpathetically, and I tense and count his paces. 20 to his bed, and 12 to mine. 1, 2, 3, 4. Wordlessly, I beg him not to stop. 5, 6, 7, 8. Please go back to bed. 9, 10, 11, 12. The knob turns, and quick before he can open my door, I scrunch my eyes and will my breathing to slow. But he steps inside and creeps to my bed. And I give a silent prayer that maybe he'll believe I'm asleep and take pity and leave me to my vain dreams, all the while preparing to give myself away. Who are you?
Am I Kaylee? No, I'm Rianne.
No, Rianne is dead. She died in the accident, remember?
I can't be dead. I'm standing right here. I cannot deal with this right now. I'm not Kaylee.
Who am I?
Wait, what was that about an accident? Yeah, there was one. Daddy was driving and they
Mom and ran away. I called out to Rianne and she didn't answer, and then Mom came back and Rianne didn't.
Stop saying that I'm not dead!
You are!
I don't want to be dead!
Falling is such an unpleasant sensation, and I am falling down through a dark opiate sea. And I drank a lot tonight, and I ingested an incomprehensible amount of painkillers. No, I doubt anyone even noticed I lifted a handful of persons, but lucky me, Daddy had to work this weekend. So by the time he gets home, I'll be beyond fear and well past saving. Falling down through into bed. And at first they don't allow visitors, only doctors and nurses. And one is Dr. Carol Shore.
Call me Carol. I'm a psychotherapist and I'm here to help.
Help what? I don't need help, and I never have.
Help you face whatever it is that you keep trying to escape from.
And why would I want to do that?
Because only by confronting your demons can you ever hope to conquer them.
See, what she doesn't seem to understand is that I have to go home to my demons, and they'll make me go home soon unless I tell.
Can't tell. Don't be jealous.
Shut up, you're dead.
Am I? Do you miss Daddy?
Shut up, you're dead!
If you say so.
Is there such a thing as split personality?
Dissociative identity disorder is extremely rare, but yes, it's real.
What causes it?
Usually a childhood trauma, an illness, or an accident. But most often it's related to sexual abuse in the formative years.
Can you fix it?
It's a mental illness, yes, it can be cured, or at least regulated, but it doesn't happen overnight. And it takes years of treatment and the guts to dig down and extract the truth. I will always be the strongest part of Kaylee. Kaylee wants to believe in me. I am her identical twin sister, forever alive inside her. And when she needs me, I will always be there.